Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're unpacking the fascinating geological facts and the incredibly rich metaphysical lore surrounding literally one of the planet's most elusive minerals. We're talking about Grandidierite. Have you ever wondered what makes a gemstone truly legendary? Is it just how absurdly hard it is to pull from the earth, or is it the stories, the beliefs, and the human connections we attach to it? Well, today we're going to look at both sides of that coin. We'll explore the hard-grounded history of its discovery, and then we're diving into the profound, deeply human claims made about its metaphysical properties. It's a really brilliant journey of scarcity and spirit, so let's just jump right in.
Okay, let's kick things off with a pretty massive number, 10. In the vast, expansive world of geology, where there are literally thousands upon thousands of known minerals scattered all across the globe, Grandidierite is so extremely rare that it consistently ranks on the list of the top 10 rarest gemstone varieties in the entire world. Just think about the sheer scale of the planet for a second. Think about how much Earth has been moved, mined, and studied over centuries of human history. For a mineral to maintain a spot in the top 10 rarest varieties, that is absolutely staggering. This isn't just uncommon, guys. This is a level of scarcity that makes it, practically speaking, a geological ghost.
To really wrap our heads around this scarcity, just look at how it sits in an exclusive tier alongside only a handful of other legendary gems, specifically heavyweights like Jeremejevite and Painite. If you're a gem enthusiast, you know those names carry some serious weight. They represent the absolute pinnacle of earthly rarity. So looking at this categorization, we aren't just looking at a random list. We are looking at the most exclusive club in the mineral kingdom. Grandidierite totally holds its own against the most stubbornly hidden treasures our planet has to offer. So, how did we actually find this thing? Well, the story of this gem traces back to a 1902 discovery right in the incredibly biodiverse soils of Madagascar. The guy who first discovered this new mineral was a French mineralogist named Alfred Lacroix. But Lacroix didn't name this magnificent find after himself. Instead, he named it to honor another prominent figure, Alfred Grandidier. Grandidier, who was born back in 1836, was a French explorer and naturalist who dedicated his entire life's work to becoming the definitive, absolute first authority on the natural history of Madagascar. When Grandidier passed away in 1912, which was just a decade after the gem's discovery, his legacy had already been completely immortalized in the name of this exceptionally rare stone. It's just a wonderful nod of respect from one scientist to another, cementing Grandidier's historical tie to Madagascar forever. Now that we've firmly established its physical scarcity and its historical roots, we kind of have to ask a deeper question. Beyond its physical rarity, what properties does this stone actually hold? You see, when something is this scarce, humans naturally begin to attribute significant meaning to it. We look beyond the physical structure and start asking what unseen properties this stone might possess. Section 1. The Mind and Society. Metaphysical Claims and Internal Stability. Okay, so according to the renowned metaphysical book, Love is in the Earth by Melody, on an internal level, this stone is believed to act as a powerful tool for the mind. Look at this quote right here. It helps one to be both precise and correct in judgments in cases requiring evaluation of evidence prior to decision-making. I mean, do you ever suffer from decision fatigue? We're constantly bombarded with information, and honestly, the hardest part is often just sifting through all that noise to make a clear, rational choice. Well, the text claims Grandidierite acts as an anchor for rational thought. It supposedly cuts right through the noise so you can arrive at precise, correct conclusions. Furthermore, the text claims that as we move from internal choices to external interactions, the mineral provides users with a really distinct advantage. We all navigate everyday social situations that can, quite frankly, be completely exhausting. But according to the lore, this mineral provides users with a strength and stability in these social settings that goes way beyond the ordinary. It suggests that holding or engaging with this stone helps you maintain your footing. It keeps you calm, steady, and resilient, no matter how complex or demanding the social dynamics around you might get. Moving on to Section 2, The Heart and Beyond. Expanding cohesiveness and communication. Building from that individual stability we just talked about, Melody reports that Grandidierite's energy naturally progresses outward in a couple of distinct steps. First, it's said to foster closeness within an immediate group, bringing a real sense of unity to your close friends or immediate peers. Then it expands its reach even further, building and cementing deep cohesiveness with respect to family ties. It's really fascinating how the text structures this, right? Starting with the individual's mental clarity, moving to their social stability, and then weaving that stable energy right into the fabric of their groups and families. It essentially acts as a binding agent for human connection. And this cohesiveness fundamentally scales up our ability to communicate across pretty much every conceivable environment. It bridges intrafamily structures, interfamily dynamics, work environments, and social environments. But notice that last point on the list. Yes, the text actually notes this refinement stretches to communicating with other worlds. I know, wild, right? It pushes the boundaries of earthly interaction right off the map into a completely different metaphysical frontier. It suggests a stone that connects the everyday mundane with the profoundly extraordinary.
Ultimately, bringing it all back to the center of the human experience, the text notes that Grandidierite assists the user in exhibiting openness directly from the heart space. So it isn't just about sharp communication or social survival, it's about allowing a person to display genuine feelings of love and generosity. And crucially, this is key, it helps you do this while maintaining your dignity. It suggests this beautiful balance of being completely open and generous with your heart without ever losing your sense of self-worth and groundedness. So, what does this all mean? Well, the crucial point to take away from this explainer is a profound question of value. We started with the hard facts, right? A mineral discovered in Madagascar in 1902, so incredibly rare it easily sits in the top 10 globally alongside Painite and Jeremejevite. But then, we explored these fascinating claims that it enhances judgment, stabilizes social dynamics, refines communication across literal other worlds, and ultimately opens the heart space. So, as you think about Grandidierite, consider this. Does its ultimate worth lie in its physical scarcity deep within the ground, or is it found in its reported powerful ability to connect us to each other and beyond? Thank you so much for joining me as we unpack the dual identity of this truly fascinating gem.